Hello, and welcome back once again to Hitman 2 and the three-headed serpent mission set in Santa Fortuna. And today we are going to take care of the 3-course dinner challenge, feat discovery, whatever you want to call it, which basically entails feeding all 3 of our main targets to the hippopotamus. So for this we are going to have to kill a lot of people, so I've brought some extra firepower with me, as you can see. So I've brought a silenced assault rifle and a silenced sniping rifle stashed up along with our silenced pistol. So right from the start, off the bat, what we need to do basically is clear a path. That path needs to be cleared completely from the construction site to the coca fields. So what this video will essentially be is a kill half of the population of Santa Fortuna. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make our way down to the start, which will be the construction site area. So what we're going to do once we get here is basically we are going to wipe the place from the map. Basically we want to leave one person alive. I usually choose to leave the foreman alive. He's the one who's dressed slightly different from all of the other workers. I think he has a hard hat on. So this won't be your usual sort of go here, do this, you know, hide here, wait for this guy. This is going to be much more of a rough guide because panic will ensue, people will react differently. So it's much more of a rough guide. So what we're going to do once we're at the construction site, we are just going to proceed to lay waste to the place. So we just want to kill off mostly the guards, but pretty much everyone. Like I say, we want to leave one person alive really, so that they can go and get someone further out, like a guard, and they will come and clear up the bodies, because we do need the bodies to be cleared up. That's rather important. So we're just going to make our way around the construction site, taking out anyone that isn't the foreman, and especially anyone who might consider pointing a gun at us. So I think that's most of the people around here. We might even draw in a few of the mansion guards from the tunnel area as well, but that's all good. So we need some more ammo here. Lovely. I think we'll take care of 1 or 2 more. We will have to come back because obviously once all hell broke loose, some of the workers have run away, but they will return. One of them didn't run very far. So we're going to move on to the next area right after we collect our silenced sniping rifle, which we have stashed up right here at the construction site. And we're going to use that in a little while. But for the time being, we will now start making our way to the hippo enclosure. Oh, here's another guy. That actually is the foreman, so we'll leave him alive. And now we're here, we want to trigger the hippopotamus mission story, basically. So we want to wait for the hippo whisperer to go away. We want to feed the hippo so that the hippo comes out of the enclosure, and the hippo whisperer will go and fetch Rico Delgado for us. And that's one of our targets already in position. So once the hippo whisperer has buggered off, we're going to feed the hippo. You'll do. There we go. We're going to grab his gun. So all we've got to do now basically is go through the motions of I can't remember the name of the actual challenge, but eventually the hippo whisperer will go and fetch Rico. And we ain't going to wait around for all the dismissal and all the rest of it. We're just going to breeze straight out of our hidey spot. We're going to knock them both out. Shush you. Yeah, hurt like hell. Have you ever felt the sharp tooth of a hippopotamus piercing your flesh? Here's your chance to find out. So, we have our first target ready and waiting. And we're just going to hide him around the corner. This is kind of fruitless because once we start attacking the mansion, we move back towards the construction site and clear up a few people there, come back here and click back to the mansion, just dotting backwards and forwards, wiping out people as we go. The reason we do that is there are a lot of people at the mansion, a hell of a lot. It seems like there are endless supply of guards, so you don't want to get pinned down taking on all of the guards in the mansion. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of guerrilla warfare. We're going to do a few hit and run sort of strategies. So taking out our sniping rifle, we're just going to take a few long range pot shots at some of the guards and some of the guests and some of the staff and a few other people. Then we're going to move on and let those bodies be cleared up and all the panic to calm down. And what we'll do is we'll go back to the construction site and clear up a few more people over there. I know there's a guy over here somewhere. Ah, there you are. Sorry. So that's going to start bringing guards towards us. So we're going to switch to our silenced assault rifle. This rifle is highly powerful. It has an immense amount of stopping power. Usually 1 or 2 bullets in the head will drop anyone instantly. I do love using that gun, and the fact that it's silenced as well, but it's hard to get ammunition for it, so we will be using it quite sparingly. So before we get too pinned down here, because once the guards start getting shots off, they start attracting a lot more attention, and before you know it, we're swamped. And someone only has to get in one lucky shot in the head or something like that, and this is all for nothing. So I'm just taking out everybody on this side, basically, of the mansion. All the visible people. And then we're going to move on, let that all get cleared up. We're going to go back to the construction site for a little while and mop up a few more people there before we move on to the shaman's hut. So what we're going to do now, with enough people cleared up and dead and bodies being removed, we're going to go and get the shaman's outfit and lure Andrea Martinez to the construction site. So just like we would do with a strong foundation, we are going to have to leave our assault rifle behind. I'm not just leaving it out in the open for anyone to steal, so we're going to hide it in here. We may come back for that later. So now that we're not visibly armed, apart from our big hand cannon, we are going to make our way to Andrea, wherever she may be. For me, she is currently at her residence here, although she is actually downstairs. Wasn't looking at the map properly. And we're going to engage her in her conversation, where she will agree to meet us at the construction site. Come on, haven't got all day.
Well, well.
Yeah, blah 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 blah. Oh, I'm top dog. I'm in charge here. You do as I say. Blah 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 blah. Hand on hips to show that I'm mean. And I could have you shot at any moment, but I'd like to see you try. So with the conversation now finished, what we're going to do is run ahead of Andrea. She's going to make her way to the construction site, and we're just going to wait until she gets here, and then we're going to get behind her, and before she spots any of the bodies, because they're still having the cleanup process at the moment, so there are still some bodies lying around, we're going to knock her out, shoot the witness, and we're going to grab her body and we're going to drag her body to the hippo enclosure, and that will give us our second target in position. This is quite long. This whole thing takes about 30 to 40 minutes with the running around and killing people and then coming back and killing the leftovers or the ones who run away and come back. Especially around the mansion area. Like I said, you don't want to get too caught up killing guards around the mansion area. You want to let a lot of them go back to their business on the other side of the mansion where they won't be a threat to us. So with Andrea Martinez almost here, you can see that in the panic someone has found Rico Delgado and woke him up. But he still looks like he's tired, so we're going to knock him out again. And this time we're going to stash him in the bush with Andrea Martinez. So that's 2 targets in position, ready and waiting to feed the hippo. So now we're going to make our way back up through the mansion area, taking out any stragglers along the way and into the coca fields. And we're going to just start all over again, just wiping out anyone in this little area here who may be a problem, or anyone at all, really. Mostly the guards, anyone who might consider pointing a gun at you. And I'm going to go around and get this woman who's patrolling around up and down here, because she is a hell of annoying when you're trying to get a silent assassin rating and you're taking out Franco and she sees you through the window. So that was quite a satisfying shot, that one. So I think we've pretty much killed enough people here as well. I'm going to have one more trip back to the construction site, clear up any last few people, make our way back once again to Franco's little office here. As you can see, we do have some activity in the area, so we're just going to wipe out these guys real quick, make our way into Franco's hut, and we're going to wait in the box for George Franco. Now unfortunately he won't come back here until all the bodies are cleared up, so you can be waiting in that box for a little while, but once he arrives there's no one to worry about, everybody's dead, we can just walk up behind him, knock him out, and now we just got to drag his body all the way to the hippo. This feels like probably the longest one, and I'm still mopping up stragglers as we make our way through the mansion area. Because every time I kill one person, it looks like another 2 guards turn up.
What are you planning on doing with that body?
You didn't see me. Where's the other one? I see you. Long shot. Right, so that's them taken care of. Back to business. And bringing George Franco to meet with his 2 partners in crime. I think this is the only time all 3 of them are together. I don't think there's any way of getting them all together. So a couple more guards come over and getting nosy. Even though he's going the other way, I'm just going to make sure. Get up! Come on, it was a flesh wound. Oh, been spotted again. Looks like I missed a maid somewhere. Never mind, this guy's blind as a bat. Check your corners, mate. So once again, dragging George Franco to the hippo enclosure. I don't think we're going to encounter any more problems, because I think pretty much everyone's dead now, except our 3 main targets. I've essentially wiped out the mansion, half the coca fields and the entire construction site just to achieve this challenge. So with Franco now here, all 3 targets nicely displayed, as you can see, all unconscious, not dead. They're all got to be alive when you throw them in. So that's what we're going to do, and because I'm a gentleman, we'll go ladies first. So there's one.
Martinez is down. Good work.
So next up, George Franco.
Franco confirmed down. Nice work, 47.
And finally, Rico. And the hippo
All
eats well
targets
tonight.
neutralized. This should paralyze the cartel. Excellent work, 47. Now head for an exit.
So we're going to take Rico's car keys because he won't be needing them. and we're going to make our way to the garage and the fast car exit. So there you go, that is a general guide on roughly how to take care of the 3-course dinner challenge discovery or feat. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.